At every point a new result is released, you just fail. And you seem not to know any reason why this happened most times. And you might just attribute to the fact that you are dumb or school is not just for you. Sometimes you might just feel like dropping out. But I don't think that's really the solution to the problem. For us to be able to know the solution to such problem, we need to ask ourselves a question, which is, why do you fail in school? And for us to be able to answer that question, I'll be sharing with you reasons why you failed in school. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. Welcome back, everybody. If you are a student and you really seek to improve yourself in your academics, you consider subscribing to this channel because I post videos that can help you study well and pass your exam exceedingly. Now, the very first reason why you might be failing in school is because you lack academic purpose. Now, what I mean by you lack academic purpose, there is a question you should ask yourself if you want to really have academic purpose, which is, why are you in school? You should ask yourself that question. And this also comprises of what you want from school and why you want those things. Now, what you want from school can be a grade in your courses that you'll be doing for a particular semester or a session, or you just really want to acquire knowledge. And why you want those things can be, when it comes to grade, you might want a good grade because you want to really get a good job that will get you a better life that you really want in life. Or you just want to acquire knowledge for personal development. So if you know this, if you know the answer to these questions, the answer to this question will give you a direction in school, and you actually know what you really want. And if you know what you really want and why you want it, it will give you a reason to find solutions to why you are failing in school, and it will give you a right direction and you start seeing results. Now, before now, I didn't know answer to those questions sometimes ago, and I just go to school without direction. I just go to school, play, and I go to classes, but I don't really know what I want and why I want. I don't really know what I want from school and why I want those things, and I keep failing most of the time. I just keep failing, but I just don't know the reasons why. But not until I got the answer to sort those questions, there was a transformation. So you have to know what you want and why you want it, what you want from school and why you want those things. It is very important. And if you know answer to those questions, you start seeing changes. The next reason why you might be failing in school is that you think negative thoughts about yourself. Now, these thoughts could be, I'm dumb. I don't know maths. How will I do this exam? This book is too much. I can't just finish reading it. Oh, I hate this lecturer. Oh, I just hate this course. How will I do well in this course? I don't want to fail this course. I don't want to fail this course. Now, these thoughts, as you keep repeating these thoughts, it goes into your non-conscious mind. And by the time it goes into your non-conscious mind, it influences your behavior. Now, non-conscious mind could be comprises of your beliefs, your thoughts, and non-conscious mind. You don't have control over your non-conscious mind. You can only control your conscious mind, which is your conscious mind includes the way you think, the way you make decisions, but your non-conscious mind includes your behavior, your thoughts, and some other things. And if you keep saying these thoughts to yourself, it goes into your non-conscious mind over time, and you won't have control over it. And these thoughts will influence your behavior, and once it influences your behavior, you start seeing the impact in your grades. If, for example, if you tell yourself you are dumb, and if that's the fact that you are telling yourself you are dumb, you are self-limiting yourself, you are not giving yourself enough willpower to pull through because you are just devastated. And because of that, you won't be able to pull through in anything because it will serve as a demotivating thing. But if you keep motivating yourself and you tell yourself, I'm smart, I can do this course now, it's a very easy course, there's nothing there, But if you keep saying this, it will, any task before you will look so little, and even this thoughts, that this good thoughts that you keep saying, will serve as a motivation for you and you'll be able to pull through. For example, if you tell yourself, if you ask yourself, how can I improve? I'm smart. This course is a very good course. I love this lecturer. All those kind of things. If you keep saying it, it will give you motivating spirit and you'll be able to do well in school and you start seeing changes. In addition to what I said, always think at a potential level. If you really want to start doing good in school and you want to move from a particular state to another state, start thinking at a potential level. Okay, if you're getting C's or D's before or F's before, start thinking of having A's. And by the time you start thinking of having A's and you start giving yourself at that particular pace, the fact that you're thinking about it will actually push you to that direction. Will make you force you to look for informations about how you can improve, and it will help you to start making decisions that will push you through to that particular thing you are thinking about. But if you start thinking about something delimiting or something that has to do with your present moment or something that is not of a potential level, you will remain at that particular place. Like I found out something that said you are your own prophet. You foretell yourself into future. Anything you say about yourself will actually happen, because but as you keep saying it about yourself, it goes to the non-conscious mind in which it goes into the non-conscious mind in which you are not in control of, and you start saying that you are behaving consistent to what you are thinking about. It's just automatic. But if you start practicing positive thinking and it goes into your non-conscious mind, you start behaving in relation to what you thought about. So start thinking about positive thoughts and it will influence your grade and you start doing well in school. Another reason why you might be failing in school is that you have little attention span. And this is very, very important, and it is very, very cogent, because some students fail some particular subjects in school because of the fact that they don't pay attention to that subject. And at the other side, they'll start feeling that they are dumb, or maybe they are not just good. They are not, this subject is not for them, or this course is not for them. You can study anything you want. All you have to just do is to pay attention to it. And your brain has an information selection process in which anything you pay attention to, your brain will start mapping on those informations and you start learning at a very, very high stage. But if you have conflicting distractions, it could be internal distraction or external distraction. Once you start having distraction on while you are learning, your brain will not be able to acquire enough information from whatever you are learning at a particular moment in time. And you start saying that, okay, I read and I cannot remember anything, or maybe something just happened. So start paying attention to whatever you are doing, and you can only pay attention to things that you have value for, right? So let's go back to the academic purpose. If you have a purpose, if you know what you want and why you want it, of course you create value for that thing. And once you create value for that thing, it will influence your attitude towards your course or your academic life. And once it influences your attitude, you start seeing changes in your performance. So for you to be able to pay attention to whatever it is you are doing, you have to create value first. So you have to know your purpose first before you create value. So when you create value, it influences your attitude towards it, and you start seeing a great performance in whatever you are doing. But if you don't have value for whatever you are doing, be it maths or be it any subject, if you don't have value for it and you only put value on something you intend getting something from, so if you don't put value on it, it will influence your attitude. Your attitude will be diminished. You start saying you don't like it because you don't have value for it, and if you don't like it, it will influence your performance. But if you start having value for something, it will influence your attitude towards it, in which you want to learn, you start looking for things that can help you learn, and it will influence your performance. So there is no subject you cannot study as long as you pay attention to it. And once you pay attention to it, you have value for it. It will influence your attitude towards it, and in turn it will influence your performance. And get rid of internal or external distraction. Internal distraction could be hunger, could be money problems, could be relationships, maybe breakups in relationships. So if you have such problems, if you have such internal distractions, you will not be able to perform very well. So you have to take care of those distractions. If it's money, look for ways in which you can get enough resources that can help you in school. And if it's your relationship, find a way to cope that. And if it's hunger, make sure you eat well. Eat well before reading or studying. I do this. If I don't eat well, my attention span at times is reduces, and I won't be able to study well. Just eat well and take care of any internal distractions you might be having, because those internal distractions will not help you not enough attention to whatever you are doing. And external distraction could be your environment. So you have to look into your environment. What are the things that can distract you from not paying attention to whatever you are doing? And if you take care of that, if you take care of your external and your internal distractions and you remove them, you start paying attention well, and you start seeing changes in your results. Another reason why you might be failing in school is that you fail to learn from setbacks. Setbacks are bound to happen while you are learning or whether in school. And if you don't learn from your experiences, you won't do well. Because fine, you can make mistakes. People make mistakes. I make mistakes in school. It is very possible. But make sure you pick up something. Make sure you pick a lesson from that mistake that will hinder you not to repeat such mistake again. So you have to learn from your setbacks, and by the time as you go on in your academic life or in your school, the more you learn from setback, the more you'll be able to improve well and start having the grades you really want. But if you don't learn from setbacks, if you don't learn from things that you've experienced, once that thing happen again, you won't know what to do, because it just keep happening, and you start feeling that someone is doing you. Learn from setbacks, learn from your mistake. The more you learn from your mistakes and your setbacks, the more you'll be performing at the potential level. Now, if you are getting value from this video, please kindly like the video and also smash the subscribe button. Thank you very much as you do so. So the last point is, you think your lecturer or instructor will teach you everything you need to know. Most students think like this. They feel, oh, their lecturer, my lecturer has not taught me this. Or maybe you saw something in your exam, my lecturer has not taught me. But you just have to learn yourself. Learn things yourself. Your lecturer or your instructor cannot teach you everything you know. In fact, the bulk of everything you'll be learning in school is just something that you learn on your own. Your lecturer is just there to just guide you through and explain things you might not understand, or even open your eyes to things you need to learn, and he or she will leave you to explore. So if you only rely on the little thing your lecturer gives you and you don't explore, you'll be limited to you have knowledge limitation, and by the time you get to the exam, or you only dish out the little your lecturer gave you because you didn't explore. So you have to explore what your lecturer give you. You have to go in depth. You have to analyze everything. You have to know everything. You have to go in deep. And the only way you can go in deep is when you have value from what you are doing, and it will influence your attitude. So if you don't know what you are in school for and you don't have value for what you are doing, there's no how you can go in depth. And that is why most students fail, because they are just doing it for doing sake. But if you have value of what you are doing and you pay attention to it and you have a purpose, you'll be able to explore whatever your lecturer is giving you or what you are doing in school. So it's very important to go beyond what your lecturer is teaching you or your instructor. Your lecturer cannot teach you everything you need to know. Explore. So I know you've gotten so much value from this video, and And if you did, please like the video and also please subscribe to the channel. And you can check this video on how I improved my grades from an F student to an A student. And this video will actually help you and even open your eyes to a lot of things that you need to know about improvement. So thank you so much for watching this video. See you on the next video.